Hi, this is Sweet June 2010. How's everybody doing today? Getting ready to go holler at my niece. She's in town. She's going to college, um, taking a few summer classes up here in Michigan, and um, getting ready to go visit her and holler at her. I'm so proud of her. I want to talk about, I got a question in my mind, just kind of eating at me. Black men, not talking about all black men, but some of them. It just seems like it's just going on right now. I got a question. Why is it when you guys get somebody pregnant, you having a sexual relationship with a woman, and that woman is not your wife, she gets pregnant, you don't use protection, you don't use any kind of condoms, you don't try to take any measures to protect yourself, and you get the young lady pregnant. Why all of a sudden you want to try to kill somebody? You know, not saying all black men, but I'm seeing this in the news lately. What's going on? Why is it that all of a sudden they want to jump up and kill the woman and the baby, um, when it was 50% their fault that she got that way? I mean, I don't understand that. It's like, why are you having sex with a woman, first of all, that you're not married to? Second of all, why are you having unprotected sex with the woman? And you know that it's a possibility that she can get pregnant. If you know that the woman can get pregnant, then why are you having unprotected sex with her? If you don't want to be a father, then common sense should tell you to put a condom on it. But I guess common sense is not so common. And then when the woman turns up pregnant, you want to talk about killing somebody. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand it. It's like, why didn't you take precautions? If you didn't want to be a father, then why didn't you take the necessary precautions? You know, I'm reading a story and hearing a story in the news about this young lady had a baby by this man. I guess she had already had a baby by him, I guess. She got pregnant with another baby and he killed her. He killed her and the baby. He tried to kill, he killed her and the baby she was pregnant with. And then he tried to kill the baby that she already had. And the poor babies, it was, thank God the child survived, but the baby was in the hospital. She had already had a 3-year-old child. He tried to take that child, the child that she already had out, and then he took her out and the baby that she was pregnant with. It was so sad. And then people are on the blogs and everything saying that she deserved what she got and all that. Well, why is it? First of all, it wasn't just her fault. It wasn't just her fault. Like, talking about she deserved what she got and everything, like it was all her fault. It wasn't just her fault. He was just as much to blame for that situation as she was. I don't understand this theory of people when a woman get pregnant. I don't understand the theory. I don't get this theory of why all of a sudden you want to jump up and blame the woman, to put all the blame on the woman for the pregnancy. Last time I checked, women don't get pregnant by themselves. I think a woman, basic sex education, sex ed, basic sex ed. Um, See, an egg has to have a sperm in order to be fertilized and made into a baby. An egg can't fertilize by itself. The egg needs sperm to fertilize and form into a baby. In other words, that egg can't reproduce. So my question is, where are they getting the sperm from? There's no sperm banks in the black community. They're not going to a sperm bank. It would be all her fault if she go to a sperm bank. So these men are making personal deposits, and they're getting the women pregnant voluntarily. I'm quite sure they're not putting a gun to their head, and they're not forcing the guys to have unprotected sex with them. They're doing it willingly. And if my thought is, if you know beforehand that you don't want to have any kids, why aren't you using a condom? I would tell my sons that. I have 2 sons. And I first of all would encourage them to abstain until marriage, of course. But if they choose to do that, then they need to take precautions. If they don't want to be a father, then they need to use protection. And I did a video talking about personal responsibility. I'm a firm believer in personal responsibility. Each and every individual is responsible for their body. Why would you give a woman that kind of power over your reproductive body system? Okay? Never give someone else the power to make choices for your reproduction. And that's what you're doing. If you don't want to be a father, then you need to put a condom on it. But you don't get the woman pregnant and then want to jump up talking about killing her because she's going to have the baby. Well, you shouldn't have been, first of all, had them business messing with her in the first place. And second of all, you should have been using protection. So they get what they deserve going to prison. Murder is not the answer. You don't go killing somebody because it was 50% your fault. The woman didn't lay there and get the baby by herself. It was just as much your fault as it is hers. I don't understand it. I don't understand why all of a sudden black men are jumping up doing this. Now, I'm not saying all black men, so don't jump on your high horse. But I'm hearing a lot about this in the news now. What's going on? Now I hear this case with the school teacher and the principal. He messing around with her, and he's supposed to be married. He ain't even had no business messing around with her in the first place. He's supposed to be married. And then he jumps up and kills her. She gets pregnant and he kills her and I don't know if he tried to she had another child once again and he tried to take the child out. Why am I hearing cases like this? These men aren't taking responsibility. First of all, you ain't even got no business cheating on your wife. You got a wife. You ain't even got no business cheating on your wife in the first place. And then the woman gets pregnant, well, you got to suffer the consequences. So you didn't have no business messing with her in the first place. I would tell my son, you ain't even had no business messing with her in the first place. You knew you had a wife at home. I don't understand this. This mentality that men want to get women pregnant and all of a sudden they want to jump up and kill the woman because she decides to have the baby. That's dirty. That's dirty when you know that it was just as much your fault as it was hers that she got in that situation. I'm outraged. Nobody should have to lose their life, and then you turn around and you take her life, and then you want to turn around and take her baby's life. Now they got you for double murder, stupid. That's just dumb. You going to prison now, and then you have 2 people's lives that are lost. How stupid is that? I don't understand it. It's like, take responsibility. Take personal accountability and responsibility. Use a condom, and if you don't, and wrap it up, and zip it up. Don't even be having sex with a woman in the first place if you're not married to her. If you're not married to her, you don't have no business having sex with her in the first place. And if you're gonna have sex with her, use protection. It's not just her fault. If you were a willing participant and you willingly had sex with her, this mentality that it's all a woman's fault, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. It was just as much your fault. It takes two people to make. I always say my theory is it takes two irresponsible people to make a baby. If at least one person was being responsible, there would be no baby. That's how I raised my sons. Personal responsibility. Just as much your fault as it is hers. So man up. You got to deal with whatever the consequences are. You got to deal with whatever the consequences that come with it. Don't be getting mad at her because you laid there just as much as she did. That's the way I teach my sons. Okay, I don't understand this. I'm outraged. Nobody should have to lose their life over stuff like this. This is Sweet June 2010.